What's up and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast episode 494 presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 61-52 third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick and he's 7 foot tall and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the mother fucking building. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie.
Fuck yeah.
We missed you last night, Jake.
Yeah,
You were there with us
it.
in spirit. We did miss you a lot, though.
Mm-hmm.
Funniest cast of the year, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like the reviews outside of like the 3 elderly people that were like, put the game on. Why do they have this on instead of the game?
Reginald,
Like,
yeah.
Are those people, do you think that those people are doing like what I do out here with the remotes where you talk into it and they say, Red Sox game? Like, I bet you that would pull up the alt cast. How else are you getting to
That
Nessun
has to
Plus
bring up
as your...
the game first, right? What I don't
1,000%.
understand is how do you stumble into Nessun Plus? Like you're
I bet
going
you
there
that's
so
the only
specifically.
explanation. I think if I don't know how I would try this because I'm on it, but if I did...
You just have a TV on the side, just being like Red
it's like
Sox
Red
game.
Sox
That's
game.
it.
I bet you, because like tonight, I forget which game it was, maybe the Padres, but I did like San Diego Padres channel. And then it pulled up like the Padres feed, the Pirates feed, and then FS1. So it gives you all the options of where the Padres are playing. So I bet if you do like Red Sox game into your remote, it probably pulls up Nessun and Nessun Plus. And these people are just clicking on Nessun Plus for whatever reason as the first option and being like, where's Dave O'Brien? God damn it. Like, I think that has to be it. Like, how else do you just stumble upon Nessun Plus when every single Red Sox game is on Nessun unless it's the Bruins are playing?
Yeah, I don't understand it. And then when they find Nessun, it's Monaco who's the best, but they're
Right.
This isn't Dave O'Brien.
Where's Dave O'Brien, for fuck's sake? Margaret, where's Obi? I don't know. I'm curious.
I pulled up the Xfinity lineup
Mhm.
for Massachusetts. It's at Nessun Plus is directly next to NBC Sports Boston Plus, which is a channel I did not know existed.
Me neither.
But if they're watching that, it's right on top of the Hallmark channel. It's near Nickelodeon, Freeform. So it's in like it's not tucked away. You know what I mean? It's kind of in the middle here. Military History Channel. That's definitely these are fake channels.
That's a big
When did they
one.
get these channels?
If it's like, I have what, Comcast or Xfinity? I have
That's
Xfinity.
Xfinity, yeah.
So, I mean, it's like 70 channels away from Nessun. Like, it's like 90 something and Nessun's 851. So it's not close. It's not like I don't know. You're not just going to be flipping. You're not going to be that passionate about the Red Sox broadcast and just flipping through your channels and happen to stumble upon Nessun Plus. Like, if you're a Red Sox fan, you know what channel Nessun is. You just punch it in.
Sure. I will say, if like you're talking about talking into the TV remote, who I genuinely think you're the only person who does that.
Yeah.
The C button, which I miss dearly, the C button on the Xfinity remote will
pulls
do
up all
that.
the games.
It'll
Yeah.
just pull up the game. So it may be the top option there, but
Maybe.
it still feels highly unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah. Jake, book a confused Red Sox fan. I want to know. Like, these people that are tuning in expecting the Red Sox broadcast and getting us. I don't know how.
Can you take calls? Like, can we put a number on the unobstructed views? Like, hey, if you don't know how you got here, call in. We'll direct you. A, we want to know how you got here. And then B, we'll direct you to the other broadcast.
Yeah, there was it was probably like 2 or 3 episodes ago where there was a woman on Twitter that was furiously tweeting at me being like, I like you a lot, but where's the actual like, why we don't have to see your face and on the screen the whole time and blah. And I literally just like read her tweet on the air and I was like, Mary, you're watching Nessun Plus, Mary. Go 8:51, go to Nessun and you'll find the original broadcast. And then she tweeted me again. She was like, LOL, thank you. I
appreciate it.
Yeah. Imagine like you're just like so pissed about what you're watching, and then the TV starts talking to you. Like,
The first
Mary,
thing-
settle down.
Mary, you're losing your mind. You gotta
Yeah.
relax, all
Yeah.
right?
She's just on gummies and just like, what? Are you talking to me?
You're gonna take that remote, hit 851, it'll bring you right there.
Boom.
Calm down.
I
Okay,
will
boom.
say, I mean, that's some breaking the fourth wall stuff. And speaking of breaking the fourth wall,
Mhm.
I think we have to sue Disney. We have to sue the mouse.
Oh, well, didn't Marvel or who took the Section 10 logo? We need to sue them too.
Mm.
Who took
No,
our
Marvel
logo?
did. Marvel did
What
it,
did
yeah.
They
what
took
did
our
Disney
logo
do?
too?
Back in the day.
Ah,
You don't
okay.
remember that? It was like what was it? It was
like
something
the 10-year
where like
anniversary or something? Had to be,
I can't
right?
remember. It was something Marvel related where they had like the exact same Section 10 logo, and it was like the 1 and the 0 were red and the rest were other color. I don't know.
Well,
But why are we suing the mouse?
they're at it again. Well, the mouse owns Marvel, who owns Deadpool, who just completely
Oh.
stole our bit.
Mm.
I didn't see the movie, but I've heard they took one of our bits.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him.
Jake, book a lawyer. We need to talk to someone that knows the legality behind.
Hopefully the lawyer is also the confused person.
Oh yeah, we can get
that
a
would
2
be
for
awesome.
1. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get a 2 for 1 in the same interview. That'd be huge for us. But I do have some breaking news to share.
Should we get a siren for this or something? Do you have any?
Breaking news. Breaking news. In the Section 10 world, this is breaking news. I don't know that many people outside of our audience will care about this breaking news, but it is breaking news for those who love the podcast. You guys don't even know that. Yeah, you guys don't know where I'm going with this, do you? You don't know. I bet you
So
could
this
guess
isn't
it.
the big one that we know?
No. You don't know this.
Oh, okay.
This actually just happened when we hopped on. Right before we hit record.
Tyler's dead.
Nope, he's still alive. It's
Okay.
not Tyler
We
related.
think.
It's podcast related. It's not something you're going to see on. I know Steve
Okay.
is scrolling Twitter right now.
I'm
You're gonna
scrolling.
find it on
I'm
there.
scrolling. Okay.
Nope, this is something only I know right now. Me and one other individual are aware of what just
Do
happened.
we have a new voter?
We have a returning voter.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's not Cora. I know. But Kevin Youkilis back from the dead. Okay, I didn't even.
Here.
This was the first catch-up where I was just like, all right, he's not involved anymore. But he did reach out unprompted with a vote. So Kevin Youkilis back in right now. That's big. And I think we were planning on going to Fenway this weekend. We're probably not because the weather sucks.
Weather
but
stinks, yeah.
I think we need to have a talk with our manager. Some people were saying that they don't want him voting again because he's biased, but I feel like that's not true at all. Like he has the best perspective of who. Like it's not like he's out there playing second base.
No, I mean, there's a chance that he doesn't want to vote just on the off chance someone gets upset that they didn't get a vote, like on the team. Where
That's
it's like,
what I
oh,
imagine happened.
That's
because
probably
everyone's
it.
asking why doesn't he vote anymore. He just stopped. Like
Yeah.
we didn't get like an explanation. He just stopped. Would love to have him back at some point. Maybe, I don't know, but it sounds like it's a conversation that we're gonna have to work through. But it's not like he's anti-Ketchup because I remember, I think he walked by one time when like either Lou or Will were like recording one. He's like, "Who you got?" Like he's still invested in the Ketchup. He's still invested in the Ketchup. But he's busy. I mean, he's managing the Boston Red Sox. So
Yeah, he manages the team. So
he manages
that,
the team.
that comes with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
I
responsibility.
mean, we should just have him on in the offseason and then maybe just ask him the exact reason why he backed out. I think
Yeah,
he'd
let's
just
talk
answer
about
it.
Yeah, I think you would answer. Yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, I'm managing the team. That's why."
Yeah, it's because I manage the
Call
team.
it. Call it.
Should he only vote for season long Ketchup?
Ooh,
I actually like that a lot.
I feel like I know who's gonna win. Did you see the Ketchup statistic from today?
Yeah.
There was obviously this. I don't know if this counts. Yeah, it doesn't count because we haven't crowned a Ketchup recipient for this Royal Series. But there have been 18 Ketchup recipients, and half of them, 9, are between Tyler O'Neill and Jarren Duran.
Mm-hmm. They've been up there for a while, too. They stacked those up early. I don't think either of them have gotten one all that recently, but Duran would have if they won the Dodger series. But
does Duran's All-Star one count towards that? I'm not.
No, it doesn't count.
No.
Okay,
it's not.
Okay.
No, wouldn't be against it either, but it doesn't count.
And we have also stated in the past, season long, that's where a pitcher really could come into play, whereas in a regular series, they really wouldn't. So I don't know that it's as simple as, oh, you got the most catch-ups throughout the season, you're the MVP. Like, some would argue that's how it should be. I would argue directly against that.
Can I argue something real quick?
Please,
since we're arguing here?
Yeah, I'd love to argue.
I think whoever gets the most Clark's Ketchup Series MVPs should be awarded a large Ketchup trophy. That feels right?
It's like a regular season banner.
Yeah. And then maybe we go there if they have it, let's say they have it wrapped up entering that last home series on the 27th of September. I've thought of this. Maybe we're all there and we give them the trophy and then make a little thing out of it. That would seem right.
That would seem right, wouldn't it?
Got an idea who it could be too.
Yeah, I agree with you. Or maybe it's like there's an MVP and a Cy Young. Maybe there's. I mean,
right now Zach Kelly's the Cy Young winner.
Yeah, maybe there's a pitcher Ketchup and a position player Ketchup.
Yeah, it's got a lead.
Yeah. Also, shout out to we'll save it. We'll save it. That's jumping ahead.
I knew what that one was. Save that.
Yeah, I'll save that. Yeah, we'll save that.
Save it.
Jake, mark it down that we're saving that. Thank you.
He just marked it down.
He did, yeah. The MLB season's in full swing, and Underdog Fantasy wants to make it a lot more interesting. The Underdog Fantasy app is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball or mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. Coley, have you been doing the dog with Olympics as well?
Yes, you absolutely have to. It's in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into the Olympics, but, you could probably sprinkle some action on Olympic activities along with the Sox. Those are two American things.
Baseball back in the 28 Olympics?
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I don't know, because I love the World Baseball Classic now. I don't want the Olympics to push the World Baseball Classic to the back seat.
I don't think it will. I think we'll probably send college kids.
Well, I was hearing MLB players might play, but I mean, I don't know.
For other countries, maybe. I would be surprised because I think the MLB's the who would want the World Baseball Classic to keep going. It seems like they benefit from that the most. Plus, you look at other countries, like soccer doesn't win the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I know when we interviewed Bryce Harper in 2020, that was one of his goals was to play for Team USA in the Olympics. So,
and Bryce can make it happen.
If Bryce goes,
he'll figure it out.
I think others will follow.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's JARED to get up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Jared. Okay, big series win. I was interested to see the statistic. I didn't look it up because I was a little bit lazy, but how many times have the Red Sox won a series and we went into the podcast coming off a loss? I feel like that hasn't happened a lot at all.
I'm telling you, man, great minds or decent minds think alike, because I was going to look up the same thing and I didn't because I'm lazy. I might just do it now. Screw it. I think I'll look it up now.
Do it now.
I wanted to know the answer to this.
It can't be many times.
My guess is like
2?
Once, maybe.
This is like the second time that this has happened?
Yeah, well, the Sunday Sox obviously make sure that we always record after a win on Sunday. Well, basically always.
Right, and we usually lose series openers, so if you're going to win the series, you're going to win the next two. This might be the first or second time the entire season where we've come into a podcast winning a series but coming off a loss. Because the dynamic feels weird.
All right, we got the Giants at the end of April. They won the first two, lost the last one. That was a May 2nd recording day.
That's funny because I was on Kirk Minahan's show, and we were talking about how next year I'm going to be going to London on a trip with my dad and my family, but it's for my dad's birthday. And it's around that time. It's late April, early May. And I was like, but the time difference, I'm going to have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the game. I'm going to try to sneak in some podcasts. I don't want to miss a podcast. And he's like, Jared, who who do the Red Sox play on May 2nd? That's the exact date that he threw out. He was like, who do the Red Sox play on May 2nd? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, that's my point. So just go, don't work, have fun, enjoy it. And now I know who the fucking Red Sox played on May 2nd. So I might have to work now.
This is the second time all season that they have won the first two and then lost the finale.
See? So it was the Giants and the Royals. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to act right now. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no positivity horn. And it's not because I'm not feeling positive. I feel great about a series win on the road.
Against the team you're chasing. Yeah. It is a strange feeling. It's been 3 months since we've had this. Also, the end of April. I mean, like, we had no idea what the hell this team was. Obviously, I don't think we'd be thinking that they're at this. Yeah, we knew they're a baseball team, but like outside of that, we didn't know much.
No.
So
and
also like there's something
kind of a baseball team. You know, really.
There's something about tonight's loss that I'm oddly okay with. A, because they won the series. B, like I didn't feel cheated. Like it wasn't like they lost a lead late. I know Coley's got some takes that he's sitting on. But you got beat by arguably the best player in baseball next to Aaron Judge. Coley, you got something to say about all this?
I didn't put my finger up. I did this.
I know what you did. I know what you did. I'm reading your face, not your hands right now. But there's just something about tonight's loss where like I'm okay with it. I'll take my series win. You got beat by their best. You didn't blow a lead late. You know, Kutter Crawford gave up 6 earned, which is like on par with what he's been doing recently. So like, there's no surprises here. Like, I don't feel awful about it.
Though I feel more awful about that than whatever the Royals do at home that they can't do on the road. The MJ Melendez struck out. Like Cole Reagans was getting a crazy wide strike zone, especially in those first 4 innings.
Yes, correct.
First batter of that fourth, where Kutter ends up walking him with like a 9-10 pitch at bat. That was a strike.
It was 11.
11, excuse me. So the 11th pitch, little backdoor cutter. I thought it just got the plate. I didn't even think it was that close of a borderline call.
It was on the black, but it wasn't like if this is the strike zone, it wasn't like it like nicked it out here. It was like right on the black.
That's what I mean. So that's where it was just like, all right, there's a walk, and then that. He obviously comes around and scores, and then everything goes to shit from there. So yeah, Kutter needs to be better, but it's like he did get through that inning. Like in my mind, he got through that inning, no runs. So that's where it's tough. Obviously, everything that happens after that has to do with whatever fucking Sasquatch is doing up there, holding up as flashing light so they know when it's coming. But I don't know, just strange things happening over there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's you know. To go back to an old bit, it is something that just makes you go, It's just, you know, I'm not saying anything about it, but like, you know, when you have these amazing numbers at home and you're kind of just like almost in the bottom third of the league offensively, like they're 19th, I think. They're right on the cusp of being bottom third in offense on the road. It's just like, And as Will Middlebrooks put it,
home too.
That's what Middlebrooks said.
Yeah,
he's like, that's kind of
weird.
a pitcher's park. And he's like, well, you know, because he, like, Middlebrooks made reference to it. Monica was like, well, why do you think that is? And he's like, great batter's eye. He's like, he's like, you can see the ball great here, Kaufman. But I'm not throwing accusations out there. I mean, it's just worth noting that the Royals hit really well at home. So it's not that big of a deal if they put up an 8 spot on you, and you still won the series. I can't be throwing around accusations after winning a series there.
Well, to be fair to me, I was throwing them around last week. It's not super new. But yeah, I'm more upset at the ump. Like I do respect cheating on a lot of levels. I do think there's an art to it though, and it can't be as blatant as whatever they're doing right now. You gotta find, like the Astros got greedy too. Plenty of teams have cheated and gotten greedy. I thought this was like, if it would be like if Bonds was hitting 73 and then also Rich Aurelio was pumping 55 too. It's like, all right, we can't have this going on as well. JT Snow can't hit 72 home runs as well. We can't allow this.
I'm going to respond to this tweet with the 50 cent gif. This dude just tweeted at me. Laughing my ass off. Red Sox fans are complaining about the Royals cheating. Like we don't have 3 rotation guys. I don't know. I don't know what that means because that would be pitchers. Like we don't have 3 rotation guys hitting under 200 and another that's 0 for his last 20 at Jared Carabas. Y'all are embarrassing. I'm just gonna be like, what do you say fuck me for?
Do you suppose you're responding to my tweet?
No.
Oh, interesting. I did think I had crafted a perfect tweet tonight because I said Bobby Witt Jr. is regular season Aaron Judge at home and postseason Aaron Judge on the road. And it's like
that's pretty good.
That just really puts a couple of teams in a box right there. They're in there with Milliken. Tyler's thrilled that the Yankees are in there with them, but just directly in a box.
Well, so I hit him back with the 50 cent. Why you say fuck me for gift? Because I didn't say it. It's the ump. I mean, that I thought it was like most series, terrible umpiring, and Kutter needs Cutter's not good enough right now to pitch around bad umpiring.
The look on his face too, like Kutter. Yeah, let's stop. We're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead.
Jared brought us here.
Yeah,
I did not.
Well, you did.
You absolutely did.
What the fuck did I say?
What do you say fuck me for?
You started with game 3.
What did I say?
You said, well, we lost the third one, but man, Bobby Witt was unbelievable tonight. You lost to their best. Like that was what you did.
You were like, we head to the 4th inning. You said something like that. You're like, let's kick it off there.
Listen, that's not what I did. I said, hey, when is the last time that we came into a podcast coming off a loss? That's what I said.
More after that. You kept talking.
Yeah, you did more words after those words.
You said, I don't feel cheated. You specifically used the word cheated about lose tonight's loss. And that,
I don't feel cheated. Steve?
Here's the other thing I want to add real quick, and maybe this is jumping ahead, but whatever. You already jumped ahead big time.
I fucking didn't.
You jumped way ahead.
Fucking Jerry jumps over there.
That's what they call him. I honestly think coming off of game 2 and coming off of...
Jake, did I jump ahead?
You might have sneaked ahead a little bit.
You sneaked.
Snuck.
No, he sneaked.
I dabbled ahead. I didn't cannonball ahead. Jesus Christ.
You sneaked a little bit.
Right.
Anyway, all I'm saying, Jerry,
what are you talking
is that
about?
coming off of game 2, the amount of fun we had at the All-Cast and how crazy that game was, and drizzling that motherfucker
Ketchup.
Tyler Milliken. That was, by the way, I hate that Tyler's not here because I thought he threw a no-hitter last night. I thought he was great.
He did. He was hilarious.
So this is the most I'm going to praise him.
Twice.
but he picked his
He knew
spots.
what he had to do.
He wasn't getting suspended over and over again.
Sure.
He wasn't constantly saying dumb shit, only a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that was really one of his better performances.
Yeah.
So I'm going to praise him the most when he's not here, by the way. Tyler's just great. I think he's awesome, but when he comes back, I'll shit on him. But I just think everything went great last night.
Everything was great last night.
It felt like 2 wins. Like it felt like a double win. So then coming in tonight with Kutter on the bump, and we like Kutter, but this stretch has been brutal, then you kind of expected something like this. Not to crap on the guy, but he's got like a 30 ERA the last month.
Yeah.
So it's just been a tough go for him, and I don't think we were owed anything tonight.
The funniest moment that people didn't get to hear was in between like commercial breaks, Sarah was like, you guys are bullying Tyler. And I was like, we're not. He's setting himself up because he's a technician. He knows what he's doing. And it quickly went from like if we could do a jump cut of that, of her saying, hey, you guys are bullying Tyler a little bit, jump cut to her squirting this man in the face with a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah.
She had a great time.
She like nominated herself to do it too. So
yeah. So I think Tyler had an outstanding performance. He had a couple of suspensions. It was the visual of him lingering in the background with his face turned away. Very funny, very Blair Witch.
Him deciding to do the arms out. I don't know where the hell that came from. Great idea. I was like, that looks way funnier than just standing arms on your side. So it was a really good game by him.
Yep. Great game. The moment where Dom Smith, not to jump ahead, Dom Smith was safe after the review. Shout out to Mike Brenly, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That simultaneous pop by everyone in the studio, electric.
Yoshida bomb.
Yep, Yoshida.
Yeah.
Well, the Red Sox themselves reposted our clip of the home run, which I appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Sox did?
Yeah, they did.
On
the Yoshida
Twitter.
bomb went on Sox Twitter.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Something else happened on Sox Twitter, too.
Yeah, not to jump ahead there, but listen.
They posted it and they said, oh, Hey, now.
King shame here.
That's what they did. Whoa. Maybe we should pull that.
I wish we knew that during the stream. I may have gotten shot for bringing it up, but it would have been quite funny.
Coley did have something very funny written on his whiteboard, and I guess I won't repeat it, but it was hilarious.
I was doing a Bello K counter because I predicted him to break the record, and he was fucking well on his way until he started getting squeezed. But that's a different conversation. After his third, I was like, if I flash this on camera, that's going to be with me. And it's not even a single backwards. They're all swinging.
They're
so
all
it was like as clear.
Normal K's.
Yeah.
So I wrote in parentheses, not that one. And then in parentheses again, disavow. So all of our bases, if it were to get picked up, because you never know, like I had it flat, but what if the camera caught it or something? So, or if I had to hold it up quick and be like, what's the K counter? Bang. Like that would have been tough. So Listen, first time on live TV, and I didn't sign up for the KKK. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Dude, especially when the whiteboard thing is like typically when you toss to someone over, on the side being like, what are your thoughts? And it's like, Coley had some thoughts on the KKK. So I'm glad that didn't happen for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been catastrophic, I think. But crisis averted. You know? I think
preverted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not to jump ahead, because we got to talk about this first game of the series. James Paxton versus Brady Singer. And here I am before the series being like, he had his worst outing of the year against the Red Sox. What are the odds that's going to happen again? I feel like I don't know where it ranks in terms of game score for the worst outings of his season, but the Red Sox putting up a 9 spot against Singer. Very impressive. Very impressive. But I will say this about James Paxton. I don't know that it was pissing and moaning when that was the only starter that was added, but it's like, all right, like let Paxton do his thing. Who cares? We needed a lefty in the rotation. We needed a guy that could provide innings. And there was one thing that stood out to me as we always wait for Alex Cora to speak before we record the podcast. Sometimes there's something in there. Sometimes there's not. Tonight, though, I forget who asked the question. Maybe it was Sean McAdam. Asked about, Kutter. And Houck, he included Houck in the question. Like, are these guys kind of out of gas? Like, do you have to give them extra days? Are we worried about the innings? And Cora was like, nope. He's like, they're good. He's like, he talked about like the spin's fine, the stuff is good. In the training room, they're responding well to treatment. He didn't seem concerned the way that most Red Sox fans at this point are looking at Kutter specifically, being like, this dude is gassed. If Alex Cora didn't say that after the game, my lead thought was going to be Kutter Crawford's out of gas.
I mean, isn't there an element of that, though, that's just kind of backing your guy? Being like, no, he's good. Like, he's not exhausted. Like,
Cora
not trying to throw, like, an excuse out there that he's
Cora
tired.
Wouldn't say, though, like, he wouldn't come out and be like, yeah, he's looking fucking gassed out there. Like, that's he's been awful. He would say, we're going to talk, like as we always do after the game, like the coaches talk, and, we might talk about maybe building in like an extra day's rest or something like that.
Or he'd say like it's August, we're all pushing through right now. Like something along those lines. Like
he did reply quick. It was a quick no. It was nope. They're good. He's good. And
he's good. We're not worried. And we planned for this basically.
I think to his point too, if the spin's there and if all the pitch shapes are the same, I think that's a reasonable explanation. I also think like these guys were pitching way over their heads for months, and it's kind of leveling out. So I do think they're both kind of due, exhaustion or not, due for a bounce back.
Yeah.
I mean, numbers wise, you would hope, considering how the pitching has gone since the All-Star break. There better be a bounce back soon or else playoffs aren't happening. But now I sound like Tyler.
Whoa.
That's true. Someone has to do it. I think this is the first episode that Tyler's always here. This is all he has. But it is the first episode. It's just us.
Seeing him outside of his room is crazy.
I think there was one.
There was one other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was one other one that he was not here for. It was when he tried. He was down the Cape, but there was someone else missing.
There was another one too.
Me. I was missing.
Oh, Coley was missing.
Yeah, you guys did one.
Tyler's technically missed too, but then there was the Cape Connection one.
Yeah, he got booted.
Yeah.
Red Sox in the second half have the second worst team ERA in baseball, Only the White Sox have been worse, and they have lost
21 of 20 or 22 of 23.
out of 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Sox rocking a 5.96 ERA in the second half right now.
Love it.
That's 29th. But the Orioles, 25th, and the Yankees, 24th. So there is that. That's kind of like, you fail your fucking test and you go home. Your mom's like, you got a fucking 53? Like, yeah, but Coley got a fucking 58.
52.
And Steve got a 59. Like, we're all idiots.
We all suck.
Yeah, we're all dumb.
Did you
We
ever
all
bring that
fail.
up? My parents never wanted to hear that. I was always like, oh, well, Jonathan, I don't give a
I've
damn.
been making excuses my whole life.
Oh, I know that. I'm saying, did they ever care
Every
about what
day.
your friends'
every
grades were?
day. Every day. Nothing is my fault.
I mean,
And-
as a whole, was a classic.
Yeah. And if it is my fault, then guess what? It's other people's fault too. Like, we're all going
Yeah.
down together.
Yeah. You're telling me that, like, I don't know that. Like,
Yeah.
we've been around you for a long time.
Not the guy you want to commit a crime with.
No.
You're screwed.
Yeah,
If
Steve
you
was
commit
driving.
murder with
Steve was
Jared-
driving. I got the
Dude,
gun from
Steve
Coley.
was telling me he had me tied up in the back because he was like, "We
Mhm.
got to kill this guy. We got to kill this guy." Like that's what you would tell the cops.
Right. Yeah. Like, I wasn't even there, but
Yeah.
That's
First
what I
off,
mean.
Steve-
You don't even have to be directly involved.
Sir, your fingerprints were all over the car. Yeah, because he took my fingerprints and he put them
Yeah.
all over the car because he
Right.
wanted to frame me.
right. That piece of shit.
I've always hated him too. So like
Yeah.
you have to factor that in.
Right. We have you
Ugh.
on camera doing it, actually. It's like, Steve stole my fucking shirt too. I would love
Yeah,
to have
what?
that back.
AI
Oh,
is
he's
getting
good with-
crazy, officer.
Yeah, he's
I
good with
can't-
AI. He can just
Yeah.
do the face thing because he edits
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the guy that cut video for Nesson, you're telling me that he can't cut a video on a grainy security camera? All right.
Yeah, probably death penalty,
All right,
honestly, if you
bozo.
ask for my suggestion.
Yeah. Sox win 9-4.
Are you going to address your controversy after that game?
Yeah, I have to address that. I've addressed it multiple times, and I feel like it's very unfair. Very unfair. And also very quick to jump down my throat here as someone who has been tweeting Gold Bottles tweets for over 10 years. Since 2014.
Oh, the Cora thing. Okay.
No, the Masataka Yoshida thing.
What's the issue here? I missed this.
All right, so hand up. I'll even take a suspension. For that. You guys tell me if it's suspension worthy. I'm going to
I don't
tell you
think so.
exactly what happened.
I think it is.
So, I mean, Steve, you can't talk here because you probably did the same thing. I'm just being honest about it. But Monday night, it was the Raw after SummerSlam. So I had Monday Night Raw on the big TV and I had the Red Sox on the TV to the side. So the Red Sox didn't have sound and I was listening and watching Monday Night Raw, but I was also live tweeting and watching the Red Sox, but the game didn't have sound. And when you're watching a game with no sound, yeah, you're going to see the homers or whatever. Like, I always check the scoring plays for the Gold Bottles tweet. Like, if you have an RBI double, RBI knock, home run, whatever, great pitching performance, great catch, like, that's going to make it in. Usually I do check the box score to see if someone had a 3-hit game or a 4-hit game. I didn't check the box score. So as I'm going through like the summary of the game, I put together all the scoring plays and I didn't include the 4-hit game for Masataka Yoshida. And all the replies were like, why do you hate Yoshida? How do you leave that out? And I was like, well, because I didn't realize if I was listening to the game, I'm sure 4th hit of the night for Masataka Yoshida, then I would have made a note of it. But I didn't have the audio on. So that's on me. I'll take a suspension if you deem that necessary. It was not intentional. And I don't hate Masataka Yoshida. I don't know where that came from. I fucking love Masa. He's the greatest tourist in the world.
One of the best tourists we've ever seen.
I don't think it's suspension worthy because the Red Sox don't win now unless Masa's directly involved in the game. It's kind of like understood. Like, yeah, Yoshida is the reason for the Gold Bottles. Let's give some other guys some shine for once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
no
don't-
suspension. You're good.
Yeah, and I don't know that I don't think he drove in a run of the 4 hits. So that's why he wouldn't have come up in the Gold Bottles. Yeah, because I was looking at who drove in runs, the scoring plays. Anyways, Masataka Yoshida with a 4-hit game on what's today?
Wednesday.
Today's
Wednesday?
technically
But now it's
yeah.
Thursday.
On Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
4-hit game.
Here we go.
James Paxton, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, only 1 walk. Didn't give up any bombs. He was great. Fastball was fine. But yeah, that was 4 for 5, 2 doubles for Masataka Yoshida.
Paxton always looks under control. Like, even if he's getting rocked, everything is so calm with him that I'm like, it's fine. This must have been his plan for some reason. I don't quite know why. But I bet he went into it trying to do that. Nesson had an interesting stat that when he goes 5 or more, he's 9-0 this year with a 2.69 ERA and a 198 opponent batting average. So I just got to think, do that more moving forward. Even coming into this start, I know we had kind of joked with the starter trust rankings. I had him number 1. I actually did kind of feel best with James Paxton, and then he gives you the best start that any Red Sox starter had this series. Could have been Bello, not jumping ahead, but it ends up being James Paxton. And this was a pretty fun game, honestly. There was a decent amount that happens, and there was one really big at bat, but I don't know what you wanted to get to next, Jared.
Well, I did want to give a little shout out to David Hamilton, because he's been struggling a little bit offensively in the second half. So it's good to see him hitting the ball well the last couple series here. The bullpen wasn't. Oh, that's what it was. The Luis Garcia bomb. Yeah.
But
which is fine.
It's fine.
I mean, it was garbage time. It's garbage time.
Doesn't matter.
I'm only going to judge Luis Garcia when it's like crunch time. It's like, all right, it's a big spot. We need to get out of this.
We'll get to that.
We will certainly get to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Duran at bat was enormous. Top of the 6th inning. And you get, by the way, Ceddanne Rafaela with that catch in the 5th was crazy. I know we talked about it on the Allcast. I don't understand how catch probability works. If that was like, what was it, 95%?
99.
99! Like,
That's
all right,
insane.
you lose all credibility.
To be fair,
like, that's ridiculous.
He caught it. I would argue it's 100%. What's the argument?
He turned
here?
it into a. And the route wasn't, and I know Tyler, listened to the same audio I did from Rafaela after the game, where it's like, I lost the ball in Twilight, and he's trying to track it down. A good interview, by the way, for someone that's just learning English. Rafaela gives really solid answers there in the postgame. And it wasn't that crazy a route. Like, he still took a pretty regular route to get to the ball, and a regular route for him, not for everybody, but like, he was still cooking it back to the wall. So I have no idea how the hell that's a 99% catch probability. But the fact that his answer in the postgame I love was, TC's like, oh, that's probably the best catch you've ever had, right? He's like, no. He just kind of smiled. He's like, no, like that's I've had better ones. Like, I just love that he always, I think, in his head is like, I'm ready to one up myself, and like, my best play's like coming up. Like, my best play's the next one. It seems like that's how
Tom Brady.
Thinks. Yeah.
Same guy.
They're identical. Yeah. They look similar. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We probably don't have the technology yet. We probably will someday, but I would love to see like a live catch probability. Like, off the bat, it's 99%. But as he's running this route, and then as he's like with his left hand, he's catching it backhanded while looking to his right, facing with his back.
He's
to
looking
home
at the
plate.
wall, basically.
Yeah, I would say, all right, fine. Off the bat, it's 99%. In that last split second, it was 0.001% that he was catching that baseball.
I mean, you can make the argument the only time it matters for catch probability is when you're about to catch it. Like, that's...
Sure.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that kind of be the point? So, yeah, I would say right around then, when his face is about to slam into the wall and his wrist is turned backwards and he's not even looking at it, it's probably 1% instead of 99.
Red Sox went 9-4.
Night, I just want to give a shout out to Duran. That was a great at bat. Duran at bat there in the 6th inning.
I think you said that, though.
No, I know, but I just wanted to. You
know,
you want to give some more.
You derailed it to Rafael. You brought him up.
You did.
No, I know. I can't be upset there. That's my fault there.
Yeah.
But no, it was just Jaron obviously really hot coming out of the All-Star game, and I don't want to say like when he doesn't go like 3 for 4 in my brain, I'm like, oh, he's kind of slumping a little bit. Like, that's how good he's been this year. But he comes up in that spot, and that's why I want to give the shout out to Rafaela, because he's just coming off making that catch. So he makes kind of a ridiculous play by going to second base on like a bloop when the ball came in. I was like, what is he doing? But he's safe. And then Duran, I'm thinking, this is what he does. He's going to slap the ball down the line. They're going to score 2. And then that's just what he does. Like, it's the fact that he consistently delivers when you expect him to counts as like double RBIs. Honestly, the way that I look at it, credit to
That
him.
was the biggest hit of the game. I mean, at that point, it
Biggest
made,
hit of the
what,
game.
6-3?
It was tied 4-4, and that made it what did that? Or it
you
was
sure?
tied. It was tied 2-2. That made it 4-2. 2-2. That made it 4-2.
It definitely
Okay.
broke a tie.
Yeah, it broke a tie. And it was 2 outs, and it's like, okay, you really need this hit. And then, especially with the angle of that pitcher, too, he's got kind of that sidearm delivery from the left side. Jaron wasn't really seeing the first pitches too well. And that's the growth of Duran, where he's like, okay, all I have to do is just, if I get a pitch in the middle of the zone or a little bit off, I can just slap it down the line. That's what he ends up doing. And I feel like you don't see that in the first couple of years of Jaron Duran.
No, I think with Duran, he's able to switch back and forth a little bit now. Like when he made the adjustments last year, it was like, okay, I'm just going to do this. If I move at all, I'm going to be fucked again. I'm not going to be able to hit again. And this year, like at the beginning of the year, I remember Stats pointed it out. It was like everything's soft and opposite field. And then he started bringing the power more and started pulling the ball more. Now I think he's able to adjust at bat to a bat, not necessarily month to month or season to season. I think he's maturing so much as an overall hitter.
He's also matured so much as a person that when he was chirping the fans in the finale, I'm like, oh, well, it was obviously the fans' fault. Like, that's how full circle we've come with Jaron Duran, where this was the site of his like worst moment ever in Kansas City. And now a fan like made fun of him for not catching a ball that like nobody catches. And he just said, shut up, broke bitch. And it's like, yeah, I bet that guy's probably broke. I bet he's got it. I bet this is spot on by Jaron Duran. So I didn't even worry that he was chirping the fan there. It's just like, yeah, I bet he said something stupid. He put him in his place and he keeps it moving. It doesn't become this whole event. It was just like, get your chirp off if the guy chirped you, which I think is fine, by the way. I'm sure players have to eat so much of these insults. You got it. The amount of fans that are at baseball games and you're in the outfield. I know Verdugo, your boy Jared, had alluded to this before, where like over the course of games, you hear so much stuff on the road. So if you chirp back a couple times here and there, I think that's fine, honestly, as long as it doesn't get
should be absolutely constant.
as long as it doesn't get too crazy, because people say a lot of stupid shit, like really like mean, stupid shit, and I think it's okay to chirp back as long as it doesn't get too crazy.
He also hesitated before calling the person a bitch. I think he was like making sure that it was like an adult before it was like a kid or something. He was like, shut up, bitch.
Let me confirm your age, your gender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Either that or he was like waiting to see, like, are they holding up a cell phone camera? No? All right, shut up, bitch. But it's like, unfortunately, the Nesson camera was
much
on.
stronger cameras.
Unfortunately, the most HD camera of all time is right on your face.
Yeah. That's fine.
No, we
people
support
deserve
this.
it.
This is not a bad thing. We support this.
very funny.
Honestly, I think he probably has a scale now because I'm sure he hears a lot of stuff just being an outfielder. And if he's going to chirp at somebody, you probably said something really stupid. So they deserve it.
Yeah. And it's a big game.
Yeah, big game. And he just, like, if he catches that, I don't think he's saying anything.
No.
I think he probably felt bad because it looked kind of stupid.
Right.
Like it was, and it wasn't his fault. It's like the wall's right there.
I'm sure
It's
it
just
hurt
I
a-
don't even think
I'm sure it hurt a
he
little.
looks
Like, it took him
stupid
a-
either. I think it's the fact that he like got to a ball that most outfielders probably don't get to.
Exactly.
And he would have caught it if not for the wall being there.
Correct.
No, I'm saying the wall like made him look dumb basically because it was like they met at
it was
an
an awkward angle. It was kind of the Raphael
awkward
angle.
angle.
Like, it was very
Exactly.
strange.
But like running full on to your side and then someone chirps something. It's like, yeah, shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Bitch.
I think it was broke bitch. I think that was the line.
He didn't say broke.
He didn't say broke bitch? I thought it was broke bitch. Was it
He
just
just
shut
said
up bitch? All right. Shut up,
He said
bitch.
Shut up. Pause, bitch. All right, last night. Red Sox all cast on Nielsen Plus. It was Brian Bello for the 19th consecutive alt cast versus Seth Lugo. I don't want to say it was the game of the year, but it was probably in the top 3, right?
Oh, it's in the running. I mean, the further we get in the season, obviously, you get more points for game of the year because they just seem to matter more. So it's right up there with that Yankees. The Yankees wasn't tough because then they lose the next 2. But that Friday Yankees game we were at was wild.
I saw that tweet today that the Yankees have the best record in baseball. I started dying laughing. I was like, Red Sox might win the World Series.
That real?
That's what I saw today.
I know they have the most wins.
They played a doubleheader.
They lost the second one.
Does that have to be
Yeah,
the team that you're
in a
least
three-way
worried
tie.
of ever that has the best record in baseball?
They're in a 3-way tie. Technically, the Phillies by percentage points have the best record in baseball, but the Yankees played a doubleheader, so they won the first one, so they had the best record in baseball at the time, but then they lost the second one. But technically, they are 0 games back from the Phillies. So, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, the Yankees have the best record in baseball. I was like, all right, Red Sox world champs, I guess. The fuck, shit. I don't even know. They're tied with the Orioles. That's just gonna be a battle all year, I feel like. But anyways, last night's game had that big fight feel to it. We were in the Nesson studio at Watertown, and I don't know how you guys feel about this Bello start, but I'll take it. You know, like I'm not 4 2/3. You would like for him to go deeper. 89 pitches though. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, which I hate, and the home run. And to Coley's point, it's like Bello's always going to give up a home run, and it's always to like a weaker hitter in the lineup. It's always
It's a guy
like
you've like never heard of.
a bottom third in the lineup hitter that he gives it up to. But what did you guys think about Bello?
I need the 5th. Like I last show, I asked the whole rotation. Just give me 5 innings, 3 earned. Like that. The offense is good enough to deal with that. We have enough arms in the bullpen to work around that. Give me 5 and 3. He didn't, so I can't be like pumped.
It just feels like we get this start a lot. Like we have this feeling constantly of like, yeah, he was all right.
Fine.
He was fine. Like it's okay. And it wouldn't have been that if he just gets through the inning Coley's talking about. I mean, he gets the first 2 outs relatively easily.
It might have still been that way though. If he goes 5 and 3 earned, and
it wouldn't have been though. It would have been 5 and 1 earned.
Yeah, 1 earned. Yeah. I think we feel a lot differently.
If he gets through the inning, all the damage happened with 2 outs. He got those 2 outs immediately. First 2 batters.
No,
boom, boom.
I'm saying if he completes 5, like the 4 2/3 doesn't look as good as 5, but even like with 5, you're like, eh.
I mean,
like,
I just think
it's
5
fine.
and 1 earned, 6 Ks, like 1 less walk, so 2 walks doesn't look as bad as 3. But yeah, having the first 2 outs and then a homer, single, double, walk, and it just immediately. I mean, we were having a blast. We had a blast in the Allcast the whole night. But you look up, you're like, wait, is that the 4th straight guy that's gotten on? Like, what the hell's going on here? So it just seems like this happens frequently. And I looked it up. He's been pulled during an inning 12 times this season. And that just sucks. That's just not what you want to see from the guy that's your opening day starter. But this isn't anything too new for the discussions we've had on Brian Bello. Like, he gives up exactly 1 home run. He has you feeling just kind of after his starts. I don't think we hate him. I don't think we love him. I think we just feel indifferent.
I mean, to start that inning, Jared was talking about how big of a lead it felt, and it was largely because Bello was cruising through those.
Yeah,
and it's first 3 innings, like you don't get a fucking goal. I guess it's first 4 innings because it's all happened in the 4th or in the 5th. So 4 innings isn't going to get you like a gold sticker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not handing out blowjobs for 4 innings. Like, I know I'm not. I won't speak for the panel.
I'm not.
I won't speak for the
for 4, I'm not doing 4. No,
Yeah,
I'm not blowing up for 4.
No holes for 4. You know what I mean?
No.
That's not. We're a classy organization over here.
Mm-hmm.
You get 0 holes for 4 and 1.
I was about to ask how many innings you had to go to get a gold sticker.
Gold sticker's 5. Holes is 6.
Oh, no.
Holes might be 7. I don't know.
No. That's you're thinking.
I'm bumping it out. Gold sticker for me is 6, and holes are 7.
I think you're working on a 1990s scale. That's not how starting pitchers work anymore.
No, you got to have higher standards.
No.
Imagine Cora after the game, like, yeah, he was trying to get a hole, but he just couldn't get it. Couldn't get through the 7th, but he still gets the sticker, and we feel good about it.
Yeah.
I think he feels good about it, and something to improve on next start.
If we stack stickers throughout the season, we're a playoff team, and it's really that simple.
Just stack stickers. That's literally all you have to do.
But that's to me, a sticker 6. It's 6. It's not crazy. Like,
It's
I
not.
understand. Like, if
But
you're
stacking
like
6s is good for the Sox.
that's what I'm saying. If
Right.
you're stacking
We don't have anyone
6s, you're a
doing that.
playoff team. Stacking 5s, then now you're asking a lot out of your bullpen.
But we don't
That's not
have
good.
people doing that. Like we had 1 pitcher do that this series, and we won
That's
2
why
of
the
the games.
stickers stay on the sheet.
All right.
It's true.
James Paxton got a sticker.
You got a stick. Exactly.
Damn near got a blowjob.
I'm just dying if that was in the post game.
Paxton's like head is in his hands. Like, I almost got the blowjob.
He's like, I needed it so bad. I'm back up. I haven't gotten 7 in months.
I was at 91 pitches, and I felt like I could have got it. And
I saw Cora step out of that dugout. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
Let me have this, Skip.
Yeah. That's why Mike Mussina was in that video was screaming at Joe Torre to get back in the dugout.
But what's 9 innings? I don't even want to get started on what 9 innings is. Oof.
You'd have managers fighting pitchers so frequently. It's not like a Pedro Grady Little, like, nah, I got it. They'd be like, get the fuck back in that dugout now. But yeah, give me 5 and 3 or less, and I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic.
That's a Sox quality start.
Big
5
time.
and 3 or less. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
It sucks. I'm not saying like that's what I strive for my entire rotation to be, but for this year, I don't think that's out of the question. I think it's a reasonable ask of these gentlemen.
And then hopefully that's the last 2 months we have to ask like that low. I mean, we're giving this like an asterisk of what we expect from one of the worst current rotations in baseball. Do that, try to get to the playoffs. That's the goal. Next season, it's going to be a way different discussion.
Yeah, next year, holes are 8 or higher next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many
and
innings
stickers are 7.
How many innings do you have to go to get a blue moon?
You just got to show up to the ballpark, brother.
Oh. Is that because some beers can say that they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball?
Yeah.
It would make a lot of sense because beer and baseball, they just go together. No beer goes better than the one that was literally born in a ballpark. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. I would love to be able to sip on some Blue Moons on the Allcast in the future. Maybe next season we can get Blue Moon involved. I feel like that's right up their alley. They have the relationship with us. They have the relationship with Nesson. I feel like that is... I feel like it's a perfect fit. You can have Blue Moons on the set. You can have a little Blue Moon bar in the back. Let's talk. From its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel, for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that's one of a kind? It's bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience that is perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian style wheat ale. It's a one-of-a-kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter, celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. This game was it had all the drama. It had everything that you needed. It almost would have been not as good if Bello was cruising and he stayed cruising. Like, we needed the adversity, we needed the drama, the theatrics, the cinema. The bullpen, we saw Bernardino, we saw Kelly, we saw Boozer, we saw Luis Garcia. Yeah, well, he got Melendez.
He did get Melendez.
He did.
Yeah.
And it was going to happen to somebody, you know? Like,
yeah,
sure.
Someone was getting it.
Someone had to get him. Melendez
did.
And Melendez did it. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well be him.
I got to say, there's plays over the course of the year that you just remember for a while. I'm never going to forget the Dom Smith play.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, that was
birthday,
a
Dom.
moment in
Happy birthday, Dom.
happy birthday.
Yeah,
It just
shout out to
happened.
Dom Smith.
But I mean, that had literally everything that you needed, especially for us at the Allcast, because we're looking at the little screen there. I'm like, what's going? Is Dom going? Is he not going? Did the ball hit the ump? What's happening? Did he break his arm? Like a million things happen over the course of 10 seconds. But that was, one of the plays of the year.
Trying to find the Allcast version of it.
The review helped build suspense too.
Oh yeah, it's good that he was called out. Yeah, for the sake of the cast.
Where he's at when.
Oh no!
I don't know. You gonna replay on that?
No, he was super out.
That was definitive. He did the big ears.
I
Perez
feel
is ready to
like-
cry. I think he's in.
I feel like he needed to slide one second.
He took a second, man.
I don't know what happened. If he's safe, I don't know what I missed. He looked super out.
Look at the hand. Look at the hand.
No, I think he is safe. I know. If I lean more.
Tags the ground, lifts
He's
it.
in.
He's in there. He's in.
I think he is.
He's in.
Tom.
He knows.
knows.
Salvador Perez knows. He's like, we just blew this
The
lead.
amount of time it's
just
taking
owned
to
me.
review it,
Lugo.
possibly overturn, I feel like says a lot.
I mean, I feel like the longer they take, the more they're seeing something
Yeah.
where it's
Agreed.
like, oh, we got to look at this.
Come on, Bill.
Come back from New York. That he's safe.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Runner is safe. Paxton will retain the challenge.
Oh my God, he's so fast.
Fastest man alive.
He's so fast. Look at him.
Oh my God. Dude waited 10 seconds and he was still safe at the plate.
That was all on purpose. Just a wild, sequence of events. I was convinced he was out just because of how long it took him to get there. And then also something we got to work on with the Allcast. We need to zoom in on shit. We got to get full
we
screen.
need bigger screens.
Yeah, gotta get the game full screen for the big moments. But the tag completely missed. Dom got in there. Like, some people are calling it luck. That's skill. That's skill to be safe on that play. That's Dom Smith. What, Cole?
If he,
disagree?
I'm saying if he leaves immediately, he's done. Like, there's perfect tag by Lugo. He did the stutter step. It threw off their entire rhythm. They never saw it coming. Plus, Salvi, he's looking when he goes. Dom's not moving. Dom starts going. Salvi sees him. He's like, fuck.
Dom's plotting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dom's 17 steps ahead.
Dom went when Salvi looked away. He's like, you think I'm not going? Dude, when they show the outfield cam, you're waiting, when does Dom go? I almost thought for a second it was the wrong footage. I was like, he's got to go home at some point, right? Is this where he scores? What happens here? And then you just see from the side of the camera, you just see the arm start coming. And you're like, oh, here, here he comes. He waited so long. I don't think anyone's ever waited longer and scored on a wild pitch or a fast ball. But I thought he had a chance. I got it live. I thought he had a chance. We all had that reaction of no way, because I thought he did the swim move. And to see Dom not even react was very funny, because he was just gassed. He's like, dude, that just took everything.
He broke his arm.
Yeah, he tore his elbow. He was tired. He's like, I don't have any effort to comply. I can't complain right now. I got no juice left. So the whole thing was just a crazy play.
I think at this point, Dom Smith has become the glue guy on this team.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everyone fucking loves Dom Smith. He's become a fan favorite at this point, where, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, we were like, why Dom Smith? This is a letdown. From that to cultural phenomenon where his teammates love him, the fans love him. And based on, Tristan Casas saying, I feel like I got shot and stabbed, everyone's kind of it's going from, temporary first baseman to maybe the guy that's going to ride the wave the rest of the way. We
got people making Dom signs. There's a dude, Tyler, who's a loyal follower, who's going to bring a Section 10 sign soon to Fenway, that has a Dom Smith sign. I mean, we got the Dominator signs. So people are into Dom Smith, and he loves this too. They put a Dom interview on MLB Network today, and he's like, this is the best. I'm having so much fun. The fans are into it. The team's having fun. It's this is what you want.
I never knew what he sounded like until
he sounds funny.
Yeah, he where's his video? He did a selfie cam video after the game on Tuesday.
Hey, Red Sox Nation. That was fun. We got to take care of business tomorrow. Can't wait to see y'all on Friday. Let's keep it going.
Yeah,
let's do it, Sox Nation.
All right, Dom Smith. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Anything Dom says, I'll do.
Yeah.
Unbelievable tweet by the Red Sox over this play. Just unbelievable.
It wasn't like how did you ever see like the Justin Turner cream pie tweet?
Probably.
What?
So the Mets did like a Q&A. This is like years ago because I think Turner would have been on the Mets, or was it the
Makes
I don't know,
more
but it was a
sense,
Justin
yeah.
Turner tweet. They
Anything
were like
weird, it happens with the Mets, so this would be accurate.
Yeah, it was like a tweet, like Q&A with the Mets, and they were asking, like fans were asking questions, and then they were doing. This is back when like you would do like RT to retweet something.
Yeah.
So it had to be the Mets. And someone was like, "How does it feel when you get cream pied by Justin Turner?" And then they're like, "Oh, we love it when we get cream pied by Justin Turner. That means we had a big game." And like they thought it meant like the shaving cream on the plate and whatever. So that is one that where it's like that's accidental, like they didn't know, versus like this one, the social media person definitely knew what that meant and thought it would go over better, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you could it would have been fine, I guess, but like not from a team account. You can't do that.
I actually think, and maybe Steve has thoughts on this as well, as a couple of fellas who have worked in social media. Right now, the easiest way I would argue to go viral is to tweet something and then delete it, because people love posting the "this tweet has been deleted" thing. It gets a bigger reaction. It gets more eyes on it than if you just kept it up.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a little confusion. Like, did they actually tweet it? Is it photoshopped? Right. You can always back out and say that's photoshopped and just say that they didn't actually tweet it. The thing I'm surprised at is that Red Sox Twitter plays it, pretty by the book. Like they don't do a lot of crazy stuff. Like there are some team Twitter accounts. When I was working at BR,
a missionary account. I agree. It's
I'm telling you, it's a pretty normal, like some tongue maybe a little bit, but normally just normal makeouts.
Hole.
That's it. 9 innings. But yeah, there's a couple team accounts that do weird stuff, man, and like really suck. And so sometimes then you're thankful when it's just like, huge hit by Tom Smith, and you just get the video that you guys can share. But yeah, seeing that, that's why I couldn't believe it. That's why I thought someone photoshopped it, because I'm like, the Red Sox tweeted that?
Right.
Yeah. There was one year, I can't remember who the other outfielder must have been. Maybe it was 2017, and it was Chris Young for the C, but it was like Betts, Bradley, and C.
BBC.
And then they tweeted BBC.
It was like, Rusty Rusney Castillo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what it was. So it was like 2015 or 14, and they're like, yeah, our BBC outfield, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
And not a white among them either, which was the best.
No, I know. That makes it way funnier. The fact that it's not like, was Benintendi one of them, or no?
No.
Betts, Bradley, Castillo. Yeah, that makes it way funnier.
Yeah.
Way funnier.
Benny came up after Rusney. I think that was like right when he was drafted, probably.
Yeah, that would have been 16?
Rusney came up in 14.
They must have been the
I'm
end
just
of,
trying to think when all
15,
these guys. It must have been 15. Must have been 15. Yeah.
Yeah, Mookie was up.
In terms of no one watching the Red Sox, end of 15 was the time. So you could sneak this in there and be fine with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it now.
It might be long scrubbed, but I do remember
it's there's got to be a screenshot somewhere, because
finding a screenshot stuff. It's not just like, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, the BBC outfield was real. For certain. By the way, I don't think anyone, like, the reason I think they kind of planned it to delete it to have the screenshot go more viral, like, I think a couple of people would have thought that was funny. I don't think it would have got the same reaction as this has been deleted.
Yeah, it's true. You think they plan? I highly doubt that they tried to.
I don't know. Their social media manager is way better this year than it has been in the past.
Yeah, true. No, they're spicing it up a little bit. I mean, shout out to them. They had Kenley Boys in the IG story. That's somebody that's doing IG and Twitter. But yeah, that was one thing with the Hosmer. By the way, really good interview with Hosmer that you guys did.
Did you hear? Did one of you have an IFB?
No, we all did.
You all did? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That turned out great. The only thing that I think was bad of the Hosmer interviews, he kept saying X. I just can't do the X thing, man.
That drove me insane.
Yeah.
He kept saying it, and it's just like it's like a knife in my ribs is what it is when someone says X. It really
to me, it felt like I got shot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's one of the two. It's one of the two.
I do,
but
he might be the only person to have joined it since it got renamed. Like he might only know it as X.
Yeah, he's never known Twitter.
He's been very online during his career.
Fair.
But,
okay.
Yeah, we're never gonna call it X.
No.
But yeah, that was a fun interview. We got to talk about Casas, that tie-in. And it was also cool to hear him talk about his experience with like Alex Cora being a manager. Like he said, like he feels like one of the boys. Like normally on any other team, if the manager walks into the clubhouse, everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's the boss. The boss is here." But like with Cora, it's just like he's just one of the guys, and that's cool. I like to hear stuff like that.
I like that Hosmer. So the thing with the altcast and the concept of it is that you can be like acting like you're just hanging out, or you can just be hanging out. Hosmer was just hanging out. Like he wasn't like, oh, we are just gonna say poop and shit and everything. Like
shit. he just hops on. Like we're joined by Eric Hosmer. He's like, "What's up, boys? Poop and shit, baby."
I mean, that would have went crazy viral. That would have been unbelievable.
Yeah. If that's all he said, like poop and shit, it's the altcast.
Out.
Poop and shit, baby.
Yeah, that's all he said the whole time.
Yeah.
But I was doing it.
Like, we get it, dude.
All right, dude. You can say both words. We understand.
Well, I was doing a shit counter in my head because Jared said we only get 5 and Hosmer
3.
2. We get 3?
We get 3. I mean, Papelbon used 12. Like it's basically like just do it until you get told that you can't anymore, I guess.
Well, Hosmer dropped 2, and I was thinking it was 5, and then you dropped 1 during the conversation. I was like, we're running out of shits here.
Yeah, well, that's when you got to go to poops. That you got to use your poops up. Yeah, because I think they have 20 poops you can do.
Yeah, you can do mad poops.
Oh,
okay,
poops.
Yeah. I think they capped it at 20.
What did Eric Hosmer said shit?
Oh, so fast.
I don't remember that. He did? Oh, okay.
I was all I could think of the whole night was don't swear, because I'm so used to doing this. Like Jared does radio hits all the time. Like I don't do anything where I have to care about my vulgarities. And then I was like, like all night I was like, just don't swear. Just don't swear.
Coley's on camera. He just says the worst of the worst words. Like, damn it. I thought I wasn't going to say this.
I haven't used that since 06. Why did I say it today?
Right.
They're like, what are we even going to cancel him for? You almost said so many that he's fine. He's in the clear.
Right. Yeah. Like now we have to wonder if is he having a stroke? Like we don't know.
Then just play crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. This is nuts. I never do this.
At the mouth. Like he's not well. He's not well. You'll have to excuse my friend here. Don't sue us.
But Hosmer was good. I mean, credit to Sarah, I think. And I knew this going in. It's like, she's going to be with the 10 and we're going to be doing the 10 stuff. And I think she
listens
meshed well
to some shows. So
no, I know, but I'm saying we've been doing this for a long time. So like, it's not like she was listening in 2017. Like if chocolate dick sauce came up, she's like, what the hell are you talking about?
That would have been wild if that came up.
No, she meshed well with the stuff we were doing. The hands up was a big hit after some time. After, leaning into that. She didn't like the Toy Story thing.
No,
she did not.
Was really out on it. I think she said about 5 different times, we got to stop talking about Toy Story. But I was like, I don't even think wewe're talking about it anymore. I think if you say Toy Story one more,
Kenley's warming up in the night. I swear to God,
I'm storming off,
boys.
Yeah, well, with Jim's reaction to Toy Story was so funny. Sneaky underrated part of the whole Allcast was we're doing the Tyler suspended thing, and then Jim Rice just walks in, and you're like, and Hall of Famer Jim Rice is here now.
Yeah.
Like, Jim, he goes, y'all got to get a life or something like that.
Yeah. So, like, when we first started doing the Allcast, Nesson was basically like, what we're going for here is we want to make it feel like you guys broke into the studio and took over. This last one is exactly, I don't know if that's what they were looking for, but that's exactly what it felt like. Like we just fucking like went in there, completely took over, and chaos ensued. Like it was kind of just like, the last 5 episodes that we've done, like we weren't making a mess of the studio. Like it was crazy. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
It was a blast. Probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Not just the ketchup on Tyler. That was incredible. But again, the fact that Jim Rice is walking by. Like this guy, Hall of Famer, won an MVP, 8-time All-Star, and now he's just walking by a bunch of idiots like squirting ketchup on this dude as he's just trying to get to the post game. That was very funny.
And then to cap it off, we didn't hear this until after because we were on the Allcast, but on the regular Red Sox broadcast with shout out to Mike Monaco and Will Middlebrooks. Will Middlebrooks dropped one of these.
1-2. Swing and a miss! Kenley K's wit, and the Red Sox win.
Kinley boys, they're always up. They're never down.
That's unbelievable.
I like how we say he had a nice little pause there too.
Never down.
Yeah, he let it breathe.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
They're
building
never
it.
down.
Never down. That's amazing. You've got like the Red Sox clinch a series. You got MLB tweeting Drizzle it. You got the Red Sox posting Kenley boys. You got the signature call from the game. You got a Kenley boys always up, never down. And then on Nesson Plus, you literally have Section 10 calling the game itself. Like, just, hey, you know what?
Just a big night for the 10.
Yeah, just have. I mean, it didn't really. I'm not a big reflection guy, but I feel like we can kind of, take a moment to be like, that's pretty fucking cool for where this started in Pete's mom's basement to calling the game and having the Red Sox account and the fucking MLB account and the actual game broadcast while we are broadcast, like we have our own broadcast. That's all very cool to kind of like, look where it started and where it is right now. That's very cool.
The Kenley thing makes it like just another layer of awesome where it's like the guy that we just watched immediately went in the clubhouse and posted with our caption and liked the post that we did from the Allcast. Like, dude just did a 4-out save, and he's like, I gotta like what was going on at the Allcast right now.
By the way, that guy's going into the Hall of Fame. So
yeah. One of the best closers ever. It's not like it's just any old, like, oh, okay, we followed him in the minors. It's like, no, this guy's gonna have 500 saves, and he's like, Kenley boys up, never down.
At this point, it feels like he's resigning.
I mean, I think he'd want to now.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
He's never got the support in LA. I'm not saying Dodgers fans hated Kenley by any stretch, but they didn't found the Kenley boys, so
no.
Especially the family's got the jerseys now, like that.
Yeah.
That's another layer.
That's actually an interesting thought. I would love if Kenley came back.
I'd be thrilled. Him and Hendricks
he could pitch
full
like 5 more years
would be unbelievable.
Yeah, imagine that 8-9. That'd be great.
Especially since Martin's also a free agent. Like, just take Kenley, stay up.
Yeah, don't go down. Just keep staying up.
Never down.
That would be great. They're signing him. They're like, well, we wanted to stay up, so we signed Kenley. Yeah.
Well,
you think we were going to go down? Like, come on.
Last night was the first time the MLB account used it too.
Yeah, I gotta say, and I know I'd mentioned on the podcast, but it was waiting for that moment. It just felt like we had a couple games where they could have used it. Shout out to the MLB admin. They saved it for the perfect night. It was all cast night. It was 4-out save night. It was clinch the tiebreaker over the Royals in the wild card race night. Always up. That was a great usage of it.
Also, if you're out of market, I know a lot of our listeners are probably out of market. On the Nesson YouTube page, they have like a 10-minute compilation of all the highlights from the Allcast. If you feel left out, like we're talking about, and you're like, I didn't fucking see it, and I can't see it, and I want to see it. The highlights are on there, and I believe, because of all like the blackouts and all that bullshit, if you're out of the broadcasting area and you can't get Nesson Plus and you can't get the Allcast, I think we're eventually going to get to a point where you can at least get us. You won't be able to see the game, but you'll be able to see us doing the Altcast. So it'll be similar to like our YouTube live streams where you're watching the game on your TV and then you can, have a second screen experience with us doing the Altcast. So I don't know when that's going to be, but I was told it's in the works. So that'll be cool.
Does 360 only work in New England?
That sounds right. That might be right. I'm not 100%, but
that's crazy. It's its own service. So that's where it's like, I feel like if you were getting it through your laptop, but I don't know.
I don't know if 360 was launched when I was living in New York. I think I was.
It's like a 2-year-old product.
Yeah, I think I was watching on MLB TV on my phone. But like if the Red Sox were playing the Yankees, then it was blacked out on my phone. So I had to use cable. And
Oh
it
yeah,
was-
that, you just unlocked an awful moment. You haven't watched the
Yeah.
Yes Network. Sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that.
living in New York, and when it was Red Sox Yankees. I mean,
Oof.
most of the time though, like the Red Sox very rarely played the Yankees during the week. So if they
There was
were
a lot
at
of Fox
Fenway,
and ESPN.
yeah, if they were at Fenway, we would go home and
Yeah.
be there. And if it was at Yankee Stadium, we would be there. So like very rarely when I lived in New York did I have to watch the game on Yes, but it happened sometimes, like a handful of times. Most of the time we were just there. But that brings us to the series finale, which was tonight. I don't know. It's like we don't need like a fucking super in-depth breakdown of this game. It was an L. Bobby Wood Jr. was great. I mean, do we want to talk about like
No.
no? We want to talk about Kutter?
I think we did a little bit,
Yeah, we
but
did.
yeah, this is
When you
this has
jumped
been
ahead
tough. I know-
earlier, we kind of talked about this game.
Yeah, you jumped way ahead, dude.
He's
just
given
for
up
the
the most
record,
home runs in baseball. It's 26.
13 in his last 4 starts. Wild. Just not great.
Aaron
he owned up to
Harang
it.
and Lynn Nelson.
That's big.
In the post game, he's like, "This is probably the worst stretch I've had in my career," which I would hope that's the case, considering how the last 4 games have gone. I hope it's not worse than this.
He looked very defeated in the dugout after.
He did. Yeah, it sucks. Cutter's a great dude, but yeah, last 4 starts, he's averaged 5 2/3, or rather 5.5 earned runs per start, 3 home runs per start, and 4 2/3 per start. It's just been tough to watch.
Yeah. I hope he snaps out of it. Holy shit.
Same.
Kyle Schwarber just hit his 3rd home run of the game.
That's pretty cool.
Dude.
It felt like kind of like the Bello start in a way, where he got the home run out of the way immediately. Bobby Wood hit one, and then he was kind of fine until it fell apart in a horrible way.
The thing that annoys me the most post All-Star break is the blow-up inning. It's happened way too much. There's been those like 4, 5, 6 run innings where it's just like, well, okay, game's over. And it's always in like the 4th or the 5th. And then we're just sitting there like, all right, I guess we'll just watch 5 meaningless innings of baseball the rest of the way. I mean, technically this wasn't like over, but didn't it feel
was
like
over.
that?
Absolutely over.
Yeah. I mean, that was in what, the 4th inning
Yes.
where things kind of spiral. You get that Melendez that I'm so sick of that guy. Glad we won't see him again. You get the walk by him, then a pop out single. Walking anybody in front of Bobby Witt Jr. is just not a smart idea at all. And then 2 pitches in and for Bernardino and Sasquatch goes deep. So that it did feel like the game was over there, even though it was the 4th inning.
Yeah, it was just they won the first 2. I'm not saying they were like thrilled with the results and they were just going to roll over, but I think it's kind of human nature. We're just like, you know what, we won the series. That inning fucking sucked, and now we're into our bullpen already. Like, yeah, fine, because Reagan's was in trouble early too. Where if you don't have that blow up inning, I think they have to get to their bullpen a little faster.
Yeah, when Danjan went deep, I'm like, are we bringing the brooms out tonight? Yeah. Like, they had you thinking that for 1 inning, but still, there was a brief period there where I'm like, oh, damn, I'm going to be pretty pumped if I called the sweep. And Jake.
I put that one right in the win column when Danjan went yard.
I thought it was over. I was like, not that it was over at 3-2, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this game's over. They got a 1-run lead here. Or the Danjan one might have made it 4-2.
Yeah, it did, because it was just like, well, Reagan's was the one we couldn't hit, and like E. Craig was the only like good reliever they hadn't used yet, and we kind of got
Ursig. Dude, he's filthy. Yeah. I had never seen him pitch before. That's 100 miles.
Fuck.
E. Craig throws a ball that like tails in at you at 100. I was like, and Abreu just put his bat there. He's like, I wasn't gonna hit that. Like
he's only been pitching for like a couple of years. He was a position player, and then he was just like, actually, I can't really hit anymore, but I do throw 100 if you want me to do that.
With like, movement, is that, are you guys into that? Like 100 that's like a slider?
Daves were like, we'll be okay with it for a little while, and then we're gonna trade you promptly. He was like, all right,
yeah, we'll get you the fuck out of here.
Cool.
Yeah,
but that works. That works, yep.
But yeah, E. Craig was really the only guy they had left in that 10. And if they were down, they weren't going to use him either. So that's where that inning really did feel like they lost it. It was just over.
If you told me they weren't going to score after the Danjan homer, I would have just said you're lying.
Right.
Like, there's no way I thought that was the last run of the series for the Red Sox. But
You could tell how
But it
important the
was.
game was to them too, because they used their closer in a 4-run game.
Yep. Eat Craig.
Yeah.
Pete Craig,
Big Craig.
Will Smith.
I know we had mentioned it on the Allcast, but the friggin' Sasquatch, dude. The way this series started, I was like, this is hilarious. He only comes out for home runs, and looking up the stats and seeing that, 50 of the 57 home games, Sasquatch guy didn't go deep. So he was just standing back there. He comes out for everything. Like when Vinny Sasquatch breathes, like that guy walks out and does his thing. I don't hate the concept. Like, I think it's funny, but he's overused. You can't use him that much.
The funniest part about, or one of the funniest parts about the Allcast was the discussion about like if Sasquatch, if Vinny gets ejected, does the Sasquatch go with him or does he take over? Does he start to play?
Yeah, because Vinny was complaining at first. We're like, does Sasquatch play first if Vinny gets thrown out here?
Yeah. I mean, it's a valid question.
Yeah.
Super valid.
And if Vinny gets traded, does the Sasquatch go with Vinny?
Has to. I mean, I think he struck out tonight, or at least he got out, and they still cut to the Sasquatch's door. Like, they still were like, is he coming out? Is he going to come out? Like, no matter, like, calm it down.
It's too much. And when I think it's a
I
solid bit, but I think they're overusing it.
Nah,
I think they're overusing it.
They're only overusing it because he kicked our ass all series. That's why.
I guess, but I mean, he got on like an error and the Sasquatch walked out. I'm like, an error?
Getting on base in the big leagues is hard. You got on base a lot. I mean,
Does Bernie Brewer go down his slide for a single?
No, he doesn't.
No. Right.
But he's at least visible. He's bopping.
I'm fine
around.
with that. I'd be more okay with Sasquatch being omnipotent and just everywhere. And then when
but Sasquatch is elusive.
Yeah, we're not saying the most obvious thing. You never like see a Sasquatch. Like, it's super rare to see one. That's what the Royals should be doing.
I liked it. I didn't like how much he got on base, but I mean, at least if he's going to kick our ass, we get to see Sasquatch out of it.
Yeah. And that was one of the tweets. It's Coley. They were like, which Section 10 guy is a Sasquatch? Coley's a Sasquatch. I think you'd be great at it, too. Like, I really think you'd make that you'd be the best at that.
Yeah. Dustin Pedroia was a big Sasquatch truther.
You said what?
Like he's out there.
Yeah, he probably still is, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like he goes out into the woods looking for the fucking guy.
What do you think he would do if he met him?
I mean, he'd probably try to fist fight.
He just slowly takes off his shirt, cracks his neck.
Yeah, it's like, it's about damn time. Been waiting my whole life for this. Yeah. Yeah. I got a dead guy's kneecap surgically implanted into my leg, but I'll still beat you 2 inches from death. Step up, Sasquatch. Yep.
Did we land on what we think that thing's paid per game?
$100 probably.
I was gonna say 200. Call it.
Trying to think. So you're thinking like 15 grand would be 200 for a whole season, something along those lines.
Yeah,
15, 16 grand.
16, 20,
Yeah,
16,
grand.
200. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the 20 to 25K range, I would guess.
To be the Sasquatch?
He's essentially like,
how
can you pay people much less than that? I know they would if they could, but that feels like the lowest.
It's not his full-time job, I would imagine.
No, that's what I'm saying though. He's there 81 games. Like, they're guaranteed 81 home games.
It's his full-time job. He's making like $5,000 a year. I'm like, Sasquatch, this is not, I mean, if you're out in the wild, like maybe this does work for you,
right.
but
yeah, he's no utility for money whatsoever.
Yeah, no apartment, none of that stuff.
He has no mortgage. He's not paying rent. Does not care about running water.
He just bathes in the fountains. Like, actually,
we're making a lot of assumptions about Sasquatch here that I don't.
What does he need money for?
We don't know. That's the thing. He's elusive. We only ever see him walking around. Like, we don't know that he's not leaving or going back home.
It would be funny to think about like Sasquatch like working at like a marketing firm during the day, and then he works for the Royals at night.
He just changes in the bathroom and walks out. All right, see you later, Kelly.
Yeah, I gotta go to the Royals game.
His changing is taking off his shirt.
Yeah,
pants.
Yeah. Gotta get naked and go to the Royals game.
Yeah, my office wants it al fresco. I don't know. I told them I wear clothes. They don't agree.
They don't agree at all. Yeah, they want that authentic Sasquatch feel. Jake, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a clothed Sasquatch just running around.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a little weird.
I think it would be more concerning.
Yeah, if he was wearing pants.
It's like, they've evolved.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or you'd be like, where'd you get those pants from?
Dude, you kill.
Yeah.
If anything, if you're the real Sasquatch, this might actually be the perfect spot for you to be.
Right. No one
one's
thinks
going to think it's the guy.
Yeah.
Hiding in plain sight.
Like, well, that's obviously not the real one. It's just the real one the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding in plain sight.
We also talked about that on the all cast. Is like, is his name Sasquatch, or is Sasquatch the species and there's many Sasquatches? I don't know.
There's Sasquatches. Yeah. There's multiple. Sasquatch is the species, definitely.
For sure.
Like, he's probably just Tim or something.
I mean, I'd like to believe in Sasquatch, but at the end of the day, like, it's like, all right, cool. Like, they're hiding, so that's why no one's ever seen one or captured one on film. But like, they die, they would have to die, and then we would discover their dead carcasses or their bones or something. Like,
I'm glad.
I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't thought of that till now. We definitely would have got a Squatch body by now.
Well, I mean, to Jared's point, I've long questioned paleontologists, and this may be I know we have a big Jurassic Park fan here in Steve, but
yeah, easy.
They're chalking up. Like, they change what a velociraptor was like every other year now. Growing up, they were these horrifying telepathic beasts. Now they were like maybe chickens.
They're like turkeys.
Yeah, they were like
they're like they actually all had wings. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so that's where it's like, listen, are we putting the bones together right or not? Like, how do you know they haven't found a Sasquatch head and they're just like classic orangutan? Like, these people don't fucking know. It's a guessing game.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, because when they construct or reconstruct the bones of dinosaurs, how do you know what the muscle mass and the fat volume and is it feathers? Is it scales? Is it skin? No idea. There's no way to know that.
Every update I've gotten on what they think T-Rexes were makes me furious. It's like Pluto all over again. It's a planet. It's not a planet. T-Rexes, they make wimpier and wimpier every year. It's absurd.
What do you mean?
They didn't roar. They probably sounded more like a cat.
Yeah, like I'm like, no, that's definitely not it.
No.
Like anything Coley's saying is correct. All the news that comes out about the dinosaurs makes them the wimpiest things ever. And I'm like, I can't, like, I just don't look at it. If I see, like, anytime I'm on like the For You, I'm just like, I don't want to see anything about dinosaurs because it's gonna ruin how I view one of my favorite movies of all time. Can't do it.
Imagine they have to, like, the Land Before Time has to put out a statement.
Woke culture has come for dinosaurs. Like, they thought the asteroid was their problem. No. Like, the woolly mammoth didn't even have hair. It wasn't woolly at all.
Yeah. Like, that thing was like a skinless or a hairless cat.
Naked mole rat.
Yeah. It was the size of a golden retriever, actually.
That's true. They do only ever find like baby ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. All news about dinosaurs post Spielberg has been just like, what are we doing? Leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
The dinosaurs that acted in Jurassic Park are like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We can't catch a break, bro.
Right.
Like, Rex, you seeing this?
Yeah. Like, we're not around to, like, defend this.
No,
people would not be talking shit if they were, I promise.
No chance.
No. Imagine that, just fucking T-Rex just walking down the goddamn street, like the size of your house, just looking in your window on the second floor, and you're like, what's up, dude? Like, what?
Like, it wasn't me. I didn't put those articles out there.
Yeah, I believe in you, clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I have the Blu-ray. Like, I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Can you sign it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. He's just like,
all right. No, it's not him. No, guys, it's not him. It's not him. Yeah,
this
next
guy
house.
loves us.
Tony lives
Yeah.
down there. All right, come on, fellas.
Down there.
Yeah.
Shh, no, you guys
Get
gotta
the
be quiet.
fuck
Gotta be
out of
quiet.
that guy.
Gotta be quiet. Those are
Yeah.
big steps, small steps. Come on.
Like, I think the T-Rexes are coming.
Like, sir, it's not me. It's not me,
Yeah.
I swear. Like, I got it.
Is there
Come
a
on.
dinosaur on that? Yeah, on the top left
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah. What's he look like? Oh, that thing's
You
huge.
look sick as fuck.
Yeah. And they're trying to tell us that that's not real.
They're more the Raptors. They tear the Raptors down more than anyone. More than Masai Ujiri post 2019. They tear the Raptors down.
Raptor slander has got to stop.
It's insane, dude. Yeah, look at those guys. Smart as fuck. Horrifying. And they're like, they're probably like 3 inches tall.
If I click on the news tab,
Dinonews.com.
Yeah, they make them look like giant retired turkeys.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's not all right.
We need to stand up for the Velociraptors because they don't have a voice in all this right now.
We need to make them more intense than they were in the movies, just to remind everyone, on the off chance these things come back, you better not have been talking trash.
That's the only other news I ever see around dinosaurs is they're like, oh, another rich guy bought it and he's trying to clone it. It's like, no, we can't do that either. Like, everyone needs to calm.
Yeah.
Did you watch the films? Did anyone watch the
know.
films?
Did we learn nothing here? Come on.
Nothing.
It looks like it's swaying in the other direction. This is an article from Yahoo, April 26, 2024.
Okay.
Giant velociraptor bigger than Jurassic Park imaginings discovered.
That's big.
Yeah, we're battling back. I mean, this does look like a giant turkey. The legs, yeah, it's got like fur and like, fuck it. It looks like a leopard turkey. A leopard turkey flamingo duck.
That'd be terrifying.
For whatever
Yeah.
the next Jurassic Park movie is, I think it actually is the dinosaurs are all, I they're all loose and they're in these like big cities. I so know that that's what it is. I could just see the movie poster having a huge T-Rex like stepping into Fenway. It's always Fenway. If it's like a movie anywhere, it's always got to be Fenway. So just floating that out there, Corey, if you want to make that graphic by chance. I don't know.
So
If you want
this
to get
says when
printed, send it
Jurassic
to me. I
Park,
can hang it on my wall.
Like dead serious, like a T-Rex stepping into Fenway, and I just put it right behind me. I don't know.
when Jurassic Park introduced the world to the 6-foot velociraptor, disdainful paleontologists were quick to point out that the dinosaurs were actually about the size of turkeys. Now,
No.
a giant raptor, even bigger than Michael Krinkentine's imaginings, have been discovered in South Korea, and it would have dwarfed both its real and fictional counterparts. With a hip height of 5'9". I'm not pronouncing that. Would have towered over a 6-foot tall human, while its 16-foot length is almost 3 times as big as a usual velociraptor, about the length of a Jeep Wrangler used in Jurassic Park.
Red Sox lose 8-4.
Yeah.
I know recently I saw some pterodactyl news, and the first Google people also ask is, are pterodactyls coming back? I just love how people are like making sure.
Yeah. Coming back as if it's like an item at KFC or something. Like, we're bringing pterodactyls back. Hey.
The answer is great. It's just like pterodactyls lived over 130 million years ago and are believed by the scientific community to have long gone extinct. That's not a firm enough answer for me. I need confirmation.
They gotta say they're not coming back.
We're pretty sure they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not even coming back. They're pretty sure they're extinct. There might be a couple just flying around.
Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, if they are, they're pretty non-violent.
True.
We would know about them if they had beef. Speaking of beef, Steve, you a Hello Fresh guy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about it? Why don't you tell us about how much you love HelloFresh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know you. I know you're a constant HelloFresh guy.
I certainly am, Jared.
Yep.
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. We all know home-cooked meals are so much better for you, but you don't always have time to pull it off. But with HelloFresh handling all the meals planning, also known as meal planning, shopping, and most of the prep, it's easier than ever to get dinner on the table quick and painless. No more endless recipe searching or spending money on a whole jar of spices for only a pinch. I know you hate that, Jared. With HelloFresh, everything you need to make delicious meals comes right to your door, pre-portioned, and you guessed it, fresh. Plus, the included step-by-step recipe cards make cooking simple. We've used HelloFresh. HelloFresh has been a sponsor of Section 10 for quite some time, and I gotta say, I never have a ton of time to cook. So the fact that HelloFresh has provided phenomenal meals for us has been phenomenal. For free breakfast for life, go to HelloFresh.com/free Section 10.
Wow.
One free breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life just
That's
by
crazy.
going to HelloFresh.com/free Section 10.
For life.
Love that. Love that. Love that. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I never got why this was the L, but NWO for life.
That's like a cool L, a little sideways action.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of cool, Jared.
Yeah, what's up?
The underdog fantasy sign in right field was awesome. Lot of airtime for underdog. I love that. I don't love those fences, but then when like our company gets an ad there, now I do, because you can do like the bright lights, so you can't miss it. Like you cannot miss that spot. I think our guy Berm was like, "Oh yeah, we got some signage at Kaufman." He said this a few months ago. I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, it's probably when you walk in, there's like a sign or something like that. That's cool, you know." No, it's literally the right field wall is just underdog fantasy. Like,
yeah, we got that wall.
Dude, it looks great. Really does.
Looks really good. I kind of want to see it up close in person.
Be a real shame.
I'd have to go there, though. I've never been there.
KC?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I mean, the Royals haven't been good pretty much at all during my content creation career.
I'm more saying why not? Why not do it now?
Why not now?
Yeah. Or in like the next, I don't know, 40-ish days.
Maybe I will, but you think I would like? I wouldn't just go there as me. I feel like there's an alias that I could assume while I was there.
Talking about Dr. Wiener.
Why is he a doctor?
I know, I was going to say the same thing. Where did that title come from?
What? We just had this whole conversation about not tearing down the dinosaurs. This man went to school for upwards of 8 years to get this doctorate, and you want to strip that of him?
No. I wouldn't dream of it.
You talking Doc Cock? Is that what you're talking about right now?
That PhD?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't think Kansas City can handle me, but I might go there and become Dr. Wiener and see what's up.
It just sounds so stupid.
Do you need an associate, a sidekick, a consigliere of sorts?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I do. Yes.
I'm just picturing this like very serious, but he's a hot dog. But he's just like
he's a doctor.
He's like looking at the clipboard. I'm like, but sir, you're a hot dog. Like, how can I take this seriously?
Yeah, I'll be there with Constable Ketchup, and we will be in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Dr. Wiener.
Can't wait to see Jeremy put that on the board.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta make the board.
Yeah. Dr. Wiener. I don't even know what, like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to Jeremy.
Let the artist paint.
Yeah. But we're probably gonna need some tickets, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer that it gets the first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Sox are home this weekend. Sox Stros. Head on over to Game Time. Grab your tickets for that. When I become Dr. Wiener in Kansas City with Constable Ketchup, you're probably gonna, if you're in the Kansas City area, you're not gonna want to miss that. You're not gonna want to miss that.
How could you?
How could you? You won't, because you're gonna save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With the Game Time app, you can save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a seat or a section and you let Game Time choose the seats for you. They've got all-in pricing. You toggle that feature and it'll show the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. My eyes are burned.
Ketchup Series MVP. Series MVP.
The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. I think we're at the point now where even people who don't listen to Section 10 know what drizzle it means. They may not have been like, oh, I'll check out the podcast. That sounds funny. Maybe I'll listen. Or they're just like, yeah, it's from a podcast. It's something about the Red Sox. I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people in the MLB tweet replies are like that, where it's just, oh, Section 10, like, what up, let's go. And then other people, oh, okay, yeah, it's good. That's that thing the Boston one. Yeah.
Is this a podcast thing? Yeah.
No one's really questioning anymore in the replies.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they found their way. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler should have texted a vote. Should I text him?
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like
Definitely.
he should know that, but he doesn't listen to the show, so.
He doesn't listen to the show, yeah. Let's see. I'm going to text him right now. You got to vote? Okay. It's time. This feels like this should be an easy one. Leading the Red Sox in this series, played in all 3 games, even against the lefty, led the Red Sox in batting average, hitting .571. Did not walk, but still led the team in on-base percentage with a .571 OBP. Did not lead the team in slugging percentage, but, I mean, it should really be that because it was Romy Gonzalez. He only had 5 plate appearances, so I'm going to say he led the team in slugging percentage with .929. And the OPS, 1,500. This is where it gets a little crazy. Led the Red Sox in this series with 8 hits. The next closest was Devers with 3, Wong with 3, Rafaela with 3, Sogard with 3, Hamilton with 3, but this individual had 8. Damn. Romy Gonzalez did have 2 home runs in this series. So Ketchup packet to Romy Gonzalez. A Ketchup packet to Mike Brenly for getting that challenge out there. As far as runs scored go, second most. Next to Dom Smith, Nick Sogard led the team. RBIs, Romy Gonzalez with 5. Duran with 3. My pick with 3. Extra base hits. My pick led the Red Sox with 3 of those. Total bases, led the team with 13 total bases. My pick, my vote for Clark's Ketchup Series MVP, Masataka Yoshida. Coley?
I'm torn. I don't think it's as much of a slam dunk as you kind of let it to be, especially since they only won 2. If they had won again today, I actually think it would have went to Romy, but since he did half of his production in a loss, sadly doesn't count here. As great as he's been playing, I'm torn between who you voted for and Big Jim Paxton, because this was a 2-game series. The pitching's been so bad. And James Paxton came out and made a statement to start this series, got them the big win in game 1. So yeah, I'm very torn. I do think Dom deserves a packet. That was as electric as it can be, and he's just been really good. There was someone else I wanted to give a packet to. I mean, Devers is Devers. He lives with packets. Duran gets packets. Rafaela for the many catches. We focus on the one. He was making catches every night out there. Double plays, all sorts of stuff. So he gets a packet. So yeah, I am actually, I mean, huge packets for Kenley too for the 4-out save. I don't want to let that go unsaid, especially when he was striking guys out, challenging them, really rose to that occasion coming off the potential back injury. But yeah, I am actually going to go to James Paxton.
Wow. 1 vote Masataka Yoshida, 1 vote James Paxton. Steve, who you got?
I agree with Coley in the sense that I don't think this is a slam dunk MVP pick, and I'm going to promise you we all have someone different. This is a guy we love. This is a guy who loves us. This is a guy who is always up and never down.
Wow.
I got Kenley Jansen as my series MVP. Comes in with 2 outs during the altcast in the 8th inning. Shuts the door there. He told AC, by the way, he's like, the boys are watching the Nesson Studios. You're going to bring me in. We said it on the altcast. He called Cora. Like, I'm warming up, and I'm coming in the 8th. That's when they want me. And then in the 9th inning, it was the easiest 9th ever. It's a 1-run game, a 3-pitch strikeout, a 1-pitch flyout, and a 4-pitch strikeout of the hottest player on the planet in Bobby Witt Jr. So I think on this segment here in Clark's Ketchup Series MVP, sometimes we overlook pitchers a little bit. Kenley Jansen coming in, getting the 4-out save on 13 pitches, He now has a 0 ERA on the road if you don't count Dodger Stadium runs. Kenley is my Clark's Ketchup Series MVP. Not to add, by the way, or not to forget, obviously he posts Kenley Boys Up after the game as well. Gives us a shout out. I'm giving him a shout out here.
I like that. Jake, your vote.
I got to go with Yoshida here. I think he definitely benefits from most of his production being in the 2 wins, but that's just Ketchup. I think it's funny that he went from being paid to tour the country to one of the best hitters on our team all of a sudden. Give it to Yoshida.
Okay. That's 2 votes Yoshida. That is 1 vote Paxton, 1 vote Kenley. To the panel we go. He's back. Kevin Youkilis.
Do we boo him? No, just kidding.
Kevin Youkilis is voting for Romy.
Wow.
That's 1 vote Romy, 1 vote Kenley, 1 vote Paxton, 2 votes Yoshida. Lou Merlone. Massa was a monster. TC. Massa. OB. Gimme Massa. Jemai Webster. I'm going with the man from the land of the rising sun. Massa. Will Middlebrooks. Massa. And now, since T-Dog did not text in a vote.
Oh, wow.
To the closer we go. Mr. Will Fleming, take it away.
What is up, dudes? I'm trying to overcome the feeling that this is kind of like a melancholy drizzle.
Yeah.
Look, we're so used to winning every Sunday, winning every getaway day, having all these happy flights. And most of all, I'm so pissed off because when I landed in Washington, D.C., you may hear the crickets in the background. I'm at my parents' house, brought the boys down to see Grandma and Grandpa. I thought when I heard Romy Gonzalez go yard to put the Red Sox ahead, this was a no-brainer lock, and I was ready to unleash the most epic drizzle of all time and say that Romy, my motherfucking homie, was the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP. But you know what? Things happen. Leads get blown. The world continues to spin on its axis. The Red Sox took 2 of 3. They're a better team than the Royals. They will chase them down. They come home. They get to chase down both these teams from Texas. And best of all, they got a hitter in the middle of their lineup who I and so many of us 2 months ago absolutely wrote off and sent out to pasture. The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is the Macho Man, Masataka motherfucking Yoshida.
There it is.
That's one.
I didn't know what I was gonna do if Will ever Will always picks the winner.
Yeah.
It's either the deciding vote or it's already decided and he just knows. Will has never announced who the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is and gotten it wrong. Ever. Not once. Literally not once.
No.
It's credit to us for realizing he needed to be the last one to go. Like, this guy's just getting it every time. He's got to go last.
Yeah.
And I think it's earned. I think it's an
Masataka
earned Yoshida win. But I do think I do think a lot of people contributed. And when a series like that happens, I think a lot of people should get votes.
Yeah.
And Coley, I was using your logic a little bit too, where it's like series clinchers matter a lot to me. So the fact that Kenley closed out the series clincher, I gave it some extra points.
That was a huge spot. Zach Kelly got an award off a very similar outing.
Mm-hmm.
Packet for Dom Smith as well for that play.
I gave him one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it would have been a more interesting conversation had they swept.
For sure. I think Romy wins if they sweep.
Yeah, Romy.
Yeah,
probably,
Romy.
that's still close. That's still close. But
listen,
because he only played in 2 games.
What did Will say?
Yeah, he was gonna go Romeo, I think.
Do you think he was wrong?
No, true. Yeah,
I think I
Roman
would have felt.
won then.
I would have felt differently about it. Yeah, but I guess we'll never know. The Stop and Shop look ahead, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. Use the promo code Section 10 to get 10 cents off each tangerine when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines. Only at Stop and Shop using the promo code Section 10. It is a enjoy your off day today. Do something fun. Call your mom. Call your grandparents if you still have them. You know, they appreciate that shit. I don't anymore. Wish I could. But if you have your grandparents, they'd love to hear from you. Haven't talked to your mom or dad in a while? Give them a call. The Red Sox are off. Tanner Houck versus Ronel Blanco. Nick Pivetta versus Spencer Spaghetti, it looks like.
Not wrong.
Damn it, we got spaghetti.
It's an Arroghetti.
Yeah.
Spencer Spaghetti.
We got Paulie Pennes going in the fucking finale. This guy's Spencer Spaghetti? Is that really the name?
Spencer Spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, it's spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti.
Yeah. yeah, spaghetti. James Paxton versus Hunter Brown. Okay. Here we go. Reds. A couple quick notes on Tanner Houck here. Through 17 starts this season, Houck had 6 games in which he walked multiple batters, none of which came in consecutive games. He is now walked.
That's way different if he mocked multiple batters.
Yeah.
That would have been wild.
Like, they just come and play. Like,
oh, you look, you little bat. Look at me. You look so stupid with that thing.
Yeah. He didn't do that.
No.
He's now walked multiple batters in 5 straight games. Over those 5 straight games, 4.78 ERA, 5.11 FIP, 7.63 OPS. Red Sox are 19-3 when he starts, but have lost 3 straight. Ronel Blanco, 9-6, a 2.98 ERA, a 102 WHIP, and an 8.8 strikeouts per 9.
Wait, what was that? What was that stat? What did you just say? The 19-3 one?
But they've lost 3 straight of his.
Wait, that's for Houck?
Yes.
No.
They were 19 and
Not a chance.
13-9.
Oh, okay.
What did I say? 19-3.
I was like, we would have talked about that if they hadn't lost the Houck start all year.
Drop 3
They're
straight.
19-0. They were 19-0 in Houck starts. He hasn't even made 19 starts. I don't
No, I'm like, what's going on?
Has he?
Yeah, that's 22.
Maybe
If they're 13
No, yeah,
and
the
9,
number's
that's 22.
The 19-3 was like, whoa.
You had the amount
It's-
correct.
it's-
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. It's 1:30 in the morning. It's been
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Coming into the season, Blanco had a 4.78 ERA and a 5.91 FIP across 2 seasons. This season, he has a 2.98 ERA, a 4.42 FIP, though. The difference in ERA and FIP is definitely notable. He has a 6 ERA and a 4.37 FIP and an 8.28 OPS allowed over his last 3 starts. The Astros are 14-7 when he pitches. They are 1-3 over his last 4. We're not getting Pivetta, right?
That's a Milliken question for sure.
I'm pretty sure they said that
I was
they're
looking at the probables.
skipping-
They still don't have it updated, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Pivetta, but I believe they're skipping Pivetta. So I don't know.
Vaguely
who's-
remember Cora saying that in the postgame.
Yeah. Spencer Spaghetti, 4-10. This guy
Yeah, he's
sucks. 4-10 with a 5.33 ERA, a 152 WHIP, but he has a 10.7 strikeouts per 9, so he strike guys out, but he fucking allows like 20 runs. He's a rookie with 98 innings and is allowing 9.2 hits per 9, 4.5 walks per 9, but he strikes guys out. He was fantastic in his last start against the Rays. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts, 19 whiffs. The righty's fastball is meat at 94 with a 318 batting average against. Got a good curveball. Astros are 7-13 when he starts, but they have lost 6 straight of those. James Paxton. I mean, it's pretty much like Dodgers, Red Sox. It was a 4.43 ERA with the Dodgers. It's a 4.35 with the Red Sox. But the FIP with the Red Sox is 3.27. So there's that. Red Sox are 1-1 in his 2 starts. Hunter Brown, 9-7 with a 9.38 ERA, a 1.37 WHIP, and a 9.6 strikeouts per nine. He's having a breakout season. The Astros don't score runs for him, though. They've scored 3 runs or less for him in 14 of his 22 starts. When they score 3 runs or less for him, they are 2-12. Fastball heavy pitcher. His changeup is his best pitch. The Astros are 10-13 when he pitches, and they've lost 2 straight. I feel like this is a classic 2 out of 3 for the Sox. Loss, win, win. I'm going loss, win, win, 2 out of 3. Jake?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go sweep here.
Okay.
I love the series wins. Definitely appreciate them, but like I said last week, gotta get some sweeps in there.
Yeah, you're right. It's been too long. When's the last time we had a sweep?
The Marlins, July 4th.
Yeah, it's been too long, dude. Steven?
Yeah, the Astros 9-9 since the break. Sox are 8-10 since the break. Astros 3rd in batting average. Red Sox 2nd in batting average. Astros 3.97 team ERA. Red Sox 4.01 team ERA. These teams are kind of similar. I was going to say the Astros are very average. I don't think the Red Sox are very average, but I do believe the Astros and Mariners are going to keep battling it out in the AL West. So I don't know if we'll have to worry about them, but Sox play the Astros 6 times over the next 2 weeks. So this would be nice to get a little distance from us in Houston. Interesting note coming up here this weekend. The Royals have Sunday off, which is one of the weirder things I've seen ever. I looked at the schedule 5 times. I'm like, there's no way that's right, but I think it is right. I say that to say if the Red Sox could sweep and the Royals ever split 1 out of 2 with St. Louis, we could maybe be back there in playoff position. Red Sox now 13th in strength of schedule remaining. The Royals are still with the 2nd hardest strength of schedule left. All this to say, the Red Sox need to mess with Texas in the next week. You got Houston and you got Texas coming to Boston. So yeah, Sox 2 out of 3.
Okay. Coley Mick?
So one stat I don't know that you said when you were talking about their pitchers, it's a righty, and a righty, right? Yeah, I'm with Jake. Sweep.
Wow. Wow. Okay. 2 sweeps and 2 out of 3s.
I will say there is it's a homecoming for an Astro. Coming back home to Fenway Park. He's currently toting a career best 314 ERA plus and has recently been clocked throwing 99 miles per hour. That's Caleb Ort.
Yep. I can't wait. Standing O, you think?
For Ort, yeah.
I can't wait. I hope they put together a video package of him just giving up moon bombs and be like, "This is all we got, dude." Like,
there's no other footage. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, literally nothing else happened while you were here, but welcome back anyway. How's the weather, Steve?
Weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
You chew them with your fucking mouth.
Friday, game 1, 7:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. It's going to be cloudy, 78 degrees for that one. Bada bing, 24% chance of rain. Showers may start around the game or soon after the game begins, up to 55% chance of rain by 11 p.m. So it doesn't look like a great night at the old ball yard on Friday. Saturday, game 2, 4:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. This is going to be a good weather day. Mostly sunny. It's going to be hot. 84 degrees, 8% chance of rain, 14-mile-an-hour winds. For the Sunday finale, I love it. 1:35 p.m. start. Partly cloudy, 80 degrees, 0% chance of rain, 13-mile-an-hour winds. So there's going to be a little wind gust going on here at Fenway this weekend. And that will do it for your weather look ahead, which is brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Chew them with your mouth.
That weather sucks, dude.
Friday's not great. Last 2 are okay.
It all sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts, Cole?
Yeah, every time this season I've traveled to Massachusetts specifically to do stuff with the 10, there has been an immediate and I mean immediate hurricane that just descends upon the state. I haven't had one dry drive back to Maine. Not a one. Last night's particularly dastardly, a horrifying experience. But in more positive news, Tristan Casas just hits a double every time he gets up for the Woo Sox. It feels like he should be back sooner than later. I wouldn't hate seeing him at Fenway this weekend. Obviously, with the off day, they don't have to announce that anytime soon. But I wouldn't hate him back. The sooner the better. And that's not a shot at anyone who's been doing a great job at first and DH, but inject them back in, a little bit of life on this homestand. You got Chris Martin back too. I think everyone would like that.
I'd like that a lot. Steve, final thoughts?
Yeah, nothing crazy for the final thoughts here. Sox just got a lot of games coming up. 27 games in 27 days after the off day on Thursday. Huge stretch here. It would be nice if they could win some home games. Still a good team on the road are the Red Sox after getting over that right after the break road trip there in LA and Colorado. 46.1% chance of making the playoffs, says Fangraphs. This is one of those like the temperature, but what it feels like. To me, it feels like 62% chance of making the playoffs. I'm being positive, Jared. I see your face, but I think I agree with Will Fleming. They're better than the Royals. I think they will pass the Royals. And a big way to do that is winning on Sunday when the Royals, for some reason, don't play. Have you ever heard of a Sunday off day?
No, that's very weird.
Crazy. I wonder, because they're playing the Cardinals.
They're hosting the Cardinals. Is there some special series going on that I'm unaware of?
A Missouri-based holiday that happens on Sunday?
I don't know. We're obviously going to have some like Mizzou Section 10 listeners be like, guys, yeah. Like, come on, this is you got to know this. It's Missouri Day. I don't know.
Dr. Wiener's birthday.
They're celebrating Tatum Day.
It's like,
I know he's from St. Louis, but it's like, why does that mean they don't play? We'll see. Someone let us know. By the time we wake up on Friday, I think we'll have a notification or a mention as to why the Royals are off.
Very weird. Very odd. But it is what it is. Jake's takes?
I just want to test Tyler here to see if he's listening. So, Tyler, if you're listening to this, shoot us a text in the group text. Definitely not, but just want to give it a shot.
There's no chance.
Not getting that text.
Wow.
We just got the Section 10 out of context tweet to describe.
Let's check it out.
What do we got?
It's the best.
Sticker sheet. I don't know what that. Jurassic Park and Dr. Wiener. What's the top right there?
Sasquatch at his desk job.
Oh,
there you go.
Sasquatch at his desk job. Jurassic Park at Fenway. Dr. Wiener and the Gold Star sheet. If you're not already following Section 10 out of context, you're missing out on some of the best content that comes from the show. Like there's definitely some accounts, like Section 10 accounts out there that are run by fans, but Section 10 out of context is run by Jeremy, who has access to our entire video library. So he's cutting clips that aren't going to the main feed, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah. So Jeremy has access to everything, and he uses the access.
Yes.
Like he gets it all in here. It's incredible.
Section 10 OOC on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Section 10 OOC. So you're missing out if you're not following that account. All right. Enjoy your off day. We'll be back on Sunday night, Monday morning to recap the Astros series. Have a great weekend. Go Sox. And hopefully we'll have Milliken back on episode 495. Getting close to that 500. Woo! All right. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Buenas noches, amigos.